After more than a year of back and forth legal disputes, the PGA Tour announces a merger with LIV Golf.
News on 6 Sports Director John Holcomb joins us with what this could mean for the game. John, it is an exciting time. If you're a golf fan, exciting.
It's
some
stunning.
people are mad,
yeah,
but it's huge news.
It is, and it was totally unexpected, at least at this point in the process, because I think a lot of people thought that this might be an eventuality, that you're going to get everyone on the same page, and that LIV might not have a long shelf life, and then they would try to get together with the PGA Tour, but no one expected it to happen this quickly at all.
Well, the players even found out around the time that everyone else did, so it seems to be a pretty quick deal that happened, and we all kind of found out at the same time.
Yeah, and there were a couple of reasons maybe for that. Jeff Ogilvy, the 2006 U.S. Open champion, said yesterday after the players meeting, PGA Tour players meeting, that he said he didn't think it seems like they didn't want to have to announce it this quickly, that they didn't maybe have everything ready for an announcement, but that there were some things that were going to leak out, and they felt like they needed to get ahead of it. And one of those things, potentially, as you read reports today, is that Jon Rahm, who's won the U.S. Open, won the Masters, that he was in discussions to leave the PGA Tour to go to LIV. And if you go back to what he said last week when asked about whether Sergio Garcia, who plays on the LIV Tour, should be a part of the European Ryder Cup team, then he had an edge to him. And he said, of course he should. So you look back now and you can kind of say, maybe that's what he meant.
So explain what this means. You know, a lot of our viewers, they don't follow golf that closely, but they know of this situation. What does it mean for the future of golf? The European Tour is involved in this too, right?
Yeah, and it really, if you get them all under one umbrella, then a lot of details still need to be ironed out. But you have a very, it seems, very solid, expansive financial footing moving forward, and all of this attention that the LIV Tour has generated, whether some of it's negative or not, has led to golf being a big-time talking point in sports. Does it make it a major sport moving forward without Tiger Woods? That's something you could say, yes, very much so.
One of the other questions that's up in the air is, what does it mean for all of the contracts for the guys that did go over to LIV? I mean, they went for a big payday. What happens to the contract now?
Yeah, it's interesting because I don't think we know the details of that.
No.
But once this thing finally gets ironed out, there will be a way for them to get back to the PGA Tour, is what was said yesterday by Jay Monahan, who's facing a lot of criticism as the PGA Tour commissioner. And they will be able to come back, but they may have to pay a fine to rejoin the PGA Tour if they do that and if LIV goes away.
You know, one of the people that has been very outspoken about it, who did not join LIV, is Rory McIlroy. And he spoke today about it, right?
Yes, he did. And he is not happy about the whole situation, but here's what he said.
All I've tried to do is protect what the PGA Tour is and what the PGA Tour stands for, and I think it will continue to do that. So look, going forward, I hope that there's, you know, there may be a team element, and you're going to see maybe me, maybe whoever else play in some sort of team golf, but I don't think it'll look anything like LIV has looked, and I think that's a good thing.
Roy's still very anti-LIV Golf, and he's been the face of the PGA Tour, and he has to feel in some ways like he was stabbed in the back with this announcement, because he stood out in front and said, look, we are who we are, and here's why we are who we are, and now that whole thing's been flipped around.
And he followed the lead of Monahan, too, who said they're on their path, we're on ours.
Yeah.
Now here we are.
Yeah.
It's exciting times. John, thanks for joining us. We appreciate it.